All right, let's get right into it. When we're branding our spaces, offices, hospitals, universities, our first thought is usually about the visual impact. But what about the environmental impact? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden costs of traditional wall branding and explore a really smart, sustainable alternative that's truly changing the game.
So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll talk about the problem with vinyl. Then, we'll look at its whole life cycle of waste. After that, we'll jump into the innovative direct-to-wall solution, see how it actually delivers on performance and sustainability, and wrap up with how this approach can future-proof your walls.
So let's kick things off with a pretty big question, especially for any facility managers and designers tuning in. Are your walls actually working against your sustainability goals? It's something you really have to think about because the materials we pick have a much bigger story than just what we see on the surface. Okay, let's start by uncovering some of those hidden costs. We're going to look at the materials we see in commercial spaces every single day, and I think you might be surprised by what's really going on behind the scenes.
Think about the commercial spaces you're in all the time. You've definitely seen things like Type 2 vinyl wallpaper or big laminated wraps. The one thing they all have in common, they mostly rely on PVC-based films and solvent-based inks. And that combo can have a real impact on things like indoor air quality. But here's the thing. The issue isn't just the material itself. It's the entire journey from start to finish. So let's trace the full life cycle of vinyl, from the moment it's made to the day it gets tossed.
And that journey starts with waste, right from day one. Get this, a typical vinyl installation creates about 10 to 15% trim waste. Now, for a 100-foot hallway, that could mean filling up multiple bags with offcuts that you just can't recycle. And believe me, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Just look at this life cycle. Right at the start, manufacturing PVC has a huge carbon footprint. Then you've got the emissions from shipping these heavy rolls all over the place. During installation, the adhesives can off-gas nasty VOCs, which is terrible for air quality. And at the end of its life, well, because of all the inks and glues, most of it can't be recycled. It just gets sent to a landfill where it sits for a long, long time.
But what if there was a completely different way to do this? Okay, let's pivot to the solution. We're going to look at a modern technology that was basically designed to fix all the problems we just talked about. It's a truly innovative and basically waste-free alternative.
And that technology is called direct-to-wall printing. It's pretty much what it sounds like. Instead of sticking a layer of vinyl on the wall, this process prints the image right onto the surface. It's a completely PVC-free, adhesive-free process that just eliminates material waste and seriously cuts down on the disruption of an installation.
Let's put them side by side because the difference is pretty stark. Traditional vinyl, it's PVC-based, needs adhesives, and creates a ton of waste. Direct-to-wall printing, it's a PVC-free process, no adhesives, and next to no waste on-site. What used to be a multi-day job can now be done in a single day. And the best part? Instead of ending up in a landfill, the wall is just paint over ready. It's really night and day. So the sustainability benefits are obvious, but here's the million-dollar question. Does it perform? Does it look good and last? Let's get into how this modern method really delivers on all fronts with zero compromise. First things first, the air we breathe. When you get rid of PVC films and all those solvent-based glues, you totally eliminate the risk of off-gassing harmful VOCs. That is a massive win for indoor air quality, and it lines up perfectly with green building standards like LEED and WELL. And speed itself is a sustainability lever. Think about it. When you can squeeze a project that normally takes days into a single session, you're drastically cutting down on facility downtime, labor costs, and the whole energy footprint of the project. It's just a smarter, leaner way to work. So just how fast are we talking? Well, most projects are done in under 5 hours. Seriously, imagine rebranding 30 conference rooms or putting up a 40-foot mural in a single evening, and the whole space is ready to go the very next morning. Let's do one last side-by-side. From the material itself to its end of life, the direct-to-wall method just comes out on top every time. A huge differentiator here is durability. We've all seen vinyl start to peel and bubble at the seams, right? Well, a printed graphic is one continuous, durable surface that's literally part of the wall. It's built to last. You see, this isn't really just about one single installation. This is about making a smarter, long-term, strategic decision for your buildings. It's about choosing systems that can adapt, evolve, and truly endure. So this is what a future-ready approach really looks like. You get the flexibility to refresh your branding without any demolition. You completely eliminate that cycle of tearing stuff down and sending it to the landfill. When tenants change, it's easy. You just paint right over the graphic. And you can get perfectly consistent results across dozens of locations, even on really tough surfaces like concrete or brick. I want to leave you with this final thought because it really gets to the heart of everything we've talked about. Durability is the most overlooked lever for sustainability. Choosing solutions that are built to last, that don't need constant replacing, and that can be easily updated without waste, that's not just a good design choice. It's one of the most powerful sustainability choices you can possibly make.